Well, bollocks. I mean, that made precisely zero sense, frankly. No, apparently my video's unavailable now. Like, where why is everything so rubbish? Is that me? Am I back online? Wave at myself. There I am. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why my stream's unstable. I don't believe you. Like, it's fine. Stop telling me that. Whatever. Look, I'm back. I've pressed a button. It didn't seem to make an enormous amount of difference. My bitrate is doing whatever the hell it's doing here. Why would I not want to know my bitrate? What was it? And now it's... I don't know, everything's always so complicated. I remember when life was easy. That seems very reasonable. What, it just poked above... What does the dotty red mean? Excuse me. Ow. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Why are you so hard work? Sorry, I'll stop complaining. I'll stop crying. Right, in short, what the hell am I doing? So far, I seem to have completely and utterly misunderstood what I'm trying to achieve. The problem is, I suppose I was trying to make Flappy Bird. But actually, that was incorrect. It's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make Flappy Bird, turns out. I wanted to make something that looks like Flappy Bird, and so therefore I thought it was Flappy Bird. However, spoiler alert, it isn't Flappy Bird. What I am going to do, therefore, is what am I going to do? Oh God, really? Am I going to have to completely start again? I think I am. So this whole thing has been an absolute arsing waste of time. Oh, it really has one absolute ball ache. I mean, this is all totally pointless. God, that's depressing. When will the Steam release be? The Steam release will hopefully be within a year. Please don't hold your breath. And I mean, that's probably being optimistic. Although, sorry, the only reason I'm typing is because I know that my mate here, Diabful, is in Russia, and so and doesn't speak English, and so they are translating through Google Translate. So I do type stuff if they talk to me directly, because I think that's just polite. And that's probably being optimistic. Although, so Diabful asked me about my Steam release. Have you blah blah blah, and that's probably being optimistic. Although I will be putting game tests up on itch.io relatively regularly, and that's true for all of you if you're interested in that sort of stuff. There'll be, but I haven't made an account yet. Right, good. Anyway, so, but thank you, Diabful, for caring. I appreciate the love. I did resolve I resolved the Unity issue though. But have now realised I'm going completely the wrong direction. From a physics point of view. Anyway. God, who knew I could type so fast? Right, anyway, don't depart. God, 5 viewers, now I'm down to 3. Very depressing. I don't know why I've still got this unstable bloody bitrate. I mean, who gets penalised for their bitrate being too high? You'd think that's the sort of thing that Twitch would deal with. Look, so basically you join me at this point where I've been making Flappy Bird, right? Because why not? Let's start somewhere. This is not where I'm going to end, I promise you. This is going to get more fun. But basically, the game is a sort of roguelike Flappy Bird with a penguin based on 90s vibe, sort of, what's what I'm looking for? Like Sonic the Hedgehog, that kind of whole sort of, 32-bit handheld game consoles, which I had one of when I was about 15. The Sega, I can't even remember what it's called. It was some Sega thingy, and it had Sonic the Hedgehog on it, and it was amazing. I loved it, and I used to stay up late and play Sega instead of going to sleep, and that's probably where my sleep problems started. But anyway, we'll get onto that some other time. The horror of my But anyway, so I was thinking, well, something along those lines with a kind of Flappy Bird vibe. But the problem here, the issue is, at the end of the day, look at this. Look how much I'm having. Look how much fun I'm having. I mean, I've made Flappy Bird and I'm having fun. Who knew? So what can we do? Okay, firstly, the problem is that Flappy Bird is as you can see, going through, like these pillars here. Whereas it's not what I want. It's not what I want. What I want is it to be a tunnel, a continuous tunnel. And so I've been thinking about this when I can't sleep, which is often. And I'm not sure that this whole physics kind of palaver is going to translate to it terribly well. So I think I might actually have to change the whole sodding thing, which is a deeply distressing concept. But look, I've basically made Flappy Bird. So how about we stop here? We make it spawn a bit more often, because that might be a bit more fun. I think I'll stop calling that Bobbins McBob, despite the fact that it does amuse me. So we've got the spawn point. We will change this to every, let's say, 2 seconds. What's that like? And then I think we might actually commit this and call it call it the release. What can I say? I mean, obviously I'm not going to release it. That'd be insane. Even I'm not that mad. But I mean, we can say that's an endpoint. Because I strongly fear that other than the actual other than the penguin itself, which is a black blob in case you haven't noticed, I think other than the penguin itself, am I going to get more? Oh my god, look at this. I'm actually getting the hang of this crap. Look, it turns out... Oh, what? This is actually remarkably hard. Right, so we've got a penguin. It's going to do biggies. So the idea was I was going to use this. Why is this always the same level? That's odd. It's not meant to be. There's a round... What, was that just bad luck? God, that was a weird set of luck. Uh-oh! Yeah, so there's some physics problems. I think it's... Why are these random numbers all the same? This is odd. This is meant to be random. That is not just random weirdness. That is... What the hell is that about? Okay, so apparently I'm an idiot. And then I die. Right, so what's that about? Why are you spawning vector new position? Instantiate while true, return new, wait for seconds 2F. While true. Why is it changing every so often? Start coroutine, spawn routine, fine. Have I done something stupid? That's an I enumerator, so that's going all the time. Oh, maybe I'm being dumb. I'm usually being dumb. Oh yeah. Well, Diabful, why are you so lovely? Stop being so lovely. I don't deserve your love. or even your support. I mean, I've really made, so far, I've made a shitty Diabfall to you, sir, slash madam, slash none of the above. But I don't understand why the hell this is doing this, because that really does seem a bit like something's off. I'll do it one more time, because I mean, random can be weird, but that seemed very, very weird. You see, that's now up there. What the hell? Did I do something stupid? Maybe it was just luck. God, that was, like, I just got like 5 heads in a row. Maybe did I get 5 heads in a row? Yeah, I think maybe I did. No, he's doing it again. I know, I've worked with statistics. I know that it can be a cruel, cruel mistress, but this is taking the piss. That's like a 1 in... I don't understand. I really don't understand. I suppose the thing is, I don't really have to. But no, I don't like it. It makes me grumpy. What are you doing? It's very odd. Are you doing the same thing? Oh, God, well, I caught that up. I don't know. It's weird, man. The randomness on this is not working out the way I expected it to. So that's definitely different. And that's gone up. Oh, God damn it. So you're up. And then you come... Oh, now I'm going to die. Oh, this is so annoying. Is there a distribution on the randomness? No, because it wasn't. It's not like it's like off. It's like completely off. You see, look, here we come again. Maybe the random number generation is just really shit. I suppose that's an option. I suppose it is an option. I doubt it, though. I mean, these guys do probably know what they're doing for a living. I mean, if I had to guess, it's probably more likely my mistake than the coders, isn't it, really? Yeah, no, there's something very fishy going on here. Is there a... Oh, I don't know, there's something very odd going on. I don't know. Odd. Darkula. Darkula's a great book. It's one of my favourite books. Diabfall... If you understand even 30% of what I'm saying, you're doing about as well as most English-speaking people, frankly. Actually, I need to write that down. Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. You're doing about as well as most native English speakers. I mean, it is true, isn't it? Please, I mean, can I do a ruffle? Is that a thing that happens? No. How about a lol? Oh, come on. I just want to do a lol. Max lol. Alright, max lol. I don't know what that means. I don't care. At least it's someone laughing. I have no idea what any of that means. Right, look, I don't care. So, look, in short, there's something a bit fishy going on with my random point, which is a bit weird. I feel there's a reasonable chance that I'm spawning this incorrectly, but... I mean, we've got Flappy Bird. In short, we got Flappy Bird. I mean, the graphics could be a bit better, but we've got a lo-fi version of Flappy Bird. That was easy. That's what, 3 hours work? Yeah, whatever. Don't really care. Right, now I'm going to kill it all. I mean, that's what's so tragic about the whole thing, is now it's all going to die. It's all going to die. And I'm going to do something else. Because I don't think I wanted any of that to work like that. So now I've got to generate chunks. How the hell am I going to do this? I've got to generate chunks of... It's suddenly... I mean, this is crazy. Like, it's gone from being, oh yeah, I'm going to make Flappy Bird, to, I mean, again, maybe I'm being dumb, but I mean, the change in, like, the maths and the processes, because now I want continuous ground, which is essentially, generated in, not in real time, but generated in in game time. Well, I suppose in real time. Oh, I don't know, man. And what's worse? What's worse is I am going to have to go to the toilet, which is very embarrassing on a Twitch stream. I don't know how Twitch streamers deal with this, because I don't watch much Twitch myself, if I'm completely honest. I mean, what do? You just go like, sorry guys, excuse me a sec, going for a piss. Because it's what's happening. I mean, I'm not ashamed. Everyone does it. But like, it seems a bit unprofessional. So, I don't know. Should I have a loading screen? Maybe I should have a loading screen. It could be like dum 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 da dum 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 da dum. Maybe not. Did I? I have been drinking. I have been drinking. Right, I'm back. Oh my god, are you still here? You are gluttons for punishment. Right, I'm going to put my bins on. Got my bins. I'm going to put my glasses on. There we go, got my glasses. I'm actually going to put some music on, which I'd forgotten to do. So you're all basically just sitting listening to nothing while I'm talking absolute rubbish. Hopefully you can hear that. Hopefully it hasn't given too much away about me, other than the fact that I like Blade Runner. You should listen to this. This is just such a good soundtrack. Fuck buttons, but I can't play that sadly because they'll get copyright struck. So anyway, what am I doing? What am I doing? God almighty. Drinking too much is what I'm doing. I was drunk when I got here. So, my lovely friends, what I've established is that there's a problem. So the problem is, so far, I mean, I know it's not the biggest game of all time. Okay, but we've got, I don't know what that's about. So, I don't know what that's about. So, oh my god, this is tragic. I've made 4 game components. Oh no, and a prefab. Alright, fine. So I've got a penguin, what flies. Now the thing is, what I've done is I've made it, right, so that Mr. Penguin here, now, obviously you can see this because you're not idiots, but like, here's the game screen, okay? Mr. Penguin just goes up and down, alright? That's what Mr. Penguin does. Alright, and then these things spawn, and I think if I was making Flappy Bird, this would be a perfectly reasonable thing to do, okay? Absolutely no problem with this. The problem is, as I said, I want this to be a sort of tunnel system, which will be essentially infinite. I mean, I want it to be that you can, I mean, in the longer term, you can permanently move through the tunnel system. I am basically showing off how good I am at multitasking here as well. But, so why does it do this? This really offends me that I don't understand what the hell that's all about. Why does it do that? Oh my god, that was deeply satisfying. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. No, I don't like this. I don't like these constant flows of... It just shows that I don't understand something about the... Oh, now I'm going to die. Look, anyway. Oh, what? It's so frustrating. There's something going on with the randomness that I don't understand. But I don't think I need to, but I might. Will I? Maybe I'm just being anal. I do have a bit of a perfectionist streak. But I'm going to stop doing that because it's putting me off. So look, so far I've been doing it that the penguin here, basically you get to control its up and down movement, and this is how Flappy Bird works if you watch it. Like, the bird actually stays in the same place on the screen, and then the world moves around it. Now when you're just dealing with, as we just were, like these little gaps between columns that you know, so that they spawn into existence over here. There's a spawn point over there somewhere. There's the spawn point. And loggers. So they come into existence, then they disappear out of existence over here, right? I just don't understand why this business is doing this. It's very annoying. So you got a spawn point over here, which you can't see, but as I did show you, there's the spawn point. Spawn point, they spawn there, they do their crap, you then try to boink through them, and then they get over here and they disappear. So that's great, right? You've got nice memory management. There's a whole bunch of advantages to doing stuff like this. All you have to think about is the up and down motion of the penguin. It's a penguin. I will fight you. It's obviously a penguin. You can tell it's a penguin because it's black. Yeah? Black. So anyway, that's how you know it's a penguin. I have a point. The point is that I don't think, because now I want to add stuff, right? There's going to be other stuff in the game, and if I want to have it in those terms, then the penguin going up and down, it's all very well and good, yeah, but everything that's moving has to share the same velocity. Now, aside from anything else, that sounds like an absolute disaster from the point of view of sharing data between various components. And every time you make a new game component, game object, it's going to require understanding what the current velocity is, which potentially could change. And even if it doesn't, you want to be able to, you know, adjust the tweakies of the game. And you could have some massive global, but it's just such bad practice, something else. I can't believe that's the right way of doing things. So, what am I going to do? Well, thank you for asking. That's very sensible of you to ask. Oh my god, chat, ask. I want you to ask. You know, I'm here to help. I'm a very, you know, well, stupid. No, I'm going to close you because I don't like you. Oh god, what the hell am I doing? Now I've got a cough. Why is life so complicated? So, Ruben, no, you see, Ruben, I know about your stuff. So I think what I'm going to have to do is completely start again. Other than my penguin. And even my penguin. Oh god, this is so depressing. God, is this really what programming's like? Oh, I know what programming's like, I've done it my whole life. Is this really what programming games is like? Because you kind of hit a wall and you're like, oh, I've just been doing it wrong. And then you have to redo everything. I mean, I'm only, what, 5 minutes in? I'm going to sync those changes. Alright, fine, whatever. Screw it. So, let's just do it. So the gappy thing is no longer a gappy thing, because frankly, who gives a shit about a gappy thing? No one, because now it's going to become a tunnel. The penguin is great, but at the moment it's entirely... Oh god, this is depressing. Alright, so it does get to flap. And it probably gets to die. And it gets to end game. Alright, so we can keep the penguin. Great. We can keep the penguin. Everything else can fuck off. Alright, fine. So we keep the penguin. Oh my god, this is so depressing. Fine, just die. Right, no, don't. Oh, we'll keep that because it helps me if I die. Okay, yeah. So the spawn point disappears. Oh god, this is depressing. The despawn boundary disappears. And of course the prefab disappears. Because who wants a prefab? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're basically back to... I've now just got a flapping penguin. This is the most depressing thing I've ever seen. At least I quite like the physics of the penguin. Yeah, I quite like the physics of the penguin. I quite like that. That's quite good flapping. It kind of feels... Does that feel... Whoosh, I'm a penguin. Okay, so... If I flap... So I'm imagining things going past, like, because I want it to be, like, if you flap, I want you to get faster sideways as well. Alright, so what I'm going to need, I think... Okay. First things first is, can we fix the... What the fuck? Did I kill the other thingy? Maybe I did. So, can we fix the camera? Fix camera to player Unity. Oh, parenting. This makes the camera a child of the player, meaning it will automatically follow the... Okay, well, I like that. Well, that's very easy. If the player object rotates, I think... Will my player object rotate? No, but its sprite will. Can you rotate a sprite? Interesting. You see, again, another major question. Already I'm confused. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Cinemachine recommended best performance. Oh, okay, well I like that. Smooth without writing code. Install, go to Windows, Unity, install Cinemachine, create camera, blah blah blah. Or 2D camera, yeah, 2D camera. Assign target, drag your player object to the follow and look at. Pro provides pressure. Well, what's the problem? Alright, let's start with Cinemachine. Alright, Cinemachine, I love it. Do I have Cinemachine? Is that how you spell it? Cinemachine. Oh, look. Right, fine. Well, we'll have that. Well, that was easier than I was expecting. It has to be said. I think it's fair to say, and I know, you know... Oh, fuck. Did I say that was too... Yeah. Did I say that was going to be easy? What do you mean? See, give out. Well, why the actual bobbins not? I shall remain calm and ask the internet. Oh God. Unity unable to I mean really. Unity unable to add package. Failed to rename. Where the fail blah 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 usually happen with blah 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 blah. I don't want to run it as administrator. I am an administrator. Oh jeez Louise. Why is everything always such hard work? Alright, fine. So from now on... yes. Apparently. Oh God, don't tell me that changed things that it's so annoying. Oh no, that's all that crap. Yeah, right, whatever. Right, run as a bastard thingy. I don't know. No, you fucking dickwomble. Oh my God, I'm gonna go absolutely insane. Is that the Unity hub? Run as administrator, and I want that to be pinned to start. Can I pin that to start? Oh, whatever, I don't care. Don't make me type my password in front of all of these people. So depressing, it really is. I know I'm not for everyone, alright? I really do. But if you're watching this and enjoying it, I don't know, I do it all the time. I mean, at this sort of time. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here, I'm completely insane. I mean, I have absolutely no idea what I'm thinking. Are you going to now do what I want you to do? This is all very exciting, but it's not Cinemachine, is it? Cinemachine. Why is everything always such hard work? It's so frustrating. Right. Oh, you're not going to do it again, are you? You're dicking with me. Smart camera tools for passionate creators. People who are passionate about not dicking around with following cameras about. I'm not considering upgrading any projects because I'm too old for that shit. I would literally rather restart a project than upgrade it. Have you ever tried upgrading a project? It is not good times. You will not be having fun. This music's kind of cool, eh? It's a bit 80s, you know? The vibe's a bit 80s for me. Honestly, actually, it's not. People say this. It's like this 80s vibe. It's bullshit. It wasn't like... There was no music like this in the 80s. I mean, like, an occasional sort of, like, music for films. Right, have we installed that? Right, apparently I've installed that. Now, how do I use it? What do I do? Do I add a... Hey! Cinemachine camera. Nice. Okay, now what do I do? Can I stop sodding, closing, bastarding Google things? I didn't close it. I know I didn't close it. It was someone else. I would never do something that stupid. Blah 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 blah. No. Cinemachine. Unity Cinemachine usage. Right, blah 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 blah. Cinemachine, no, don't care. Unity, add a virtual camera. Create virtual camera. Okay, this automatically is your main camera. Oh my god, this is already stressful. I don't want any damping, I want it to be perfectly, like, in touch. So, go to top menu, Cinemachine, create virtual bobbins. Alright. You can piss off. Right, no, there you are. So, Cinemachine, create virtual camera. What do you mean go to top menu? You're so full of shit, AI. Why is it so full of shit? Yep, go to the top menu. There is no top menu saying Cinemachine, create virtual camera. It's just absolute nonsense. None of that means anything. You're lying to me. What happens if I follow you? Boink. Alright, how about I just attach you to... Targeting the virtual cameras and... That's a Cinemachine brain. Is it just making this shit up? I think it's just making this shit up. Okay, remove that. Delete. Where is this Cinemachine camera that you're talking about? Cinemachine. Is that... I think maybe... I don't know. Is that what you're talking about though? God, you don't make it clear, do you? Status live. Great. Love it. Standby. Blah, 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 blah. Tracking target. The penguin. Alright. Yup. Okay. Go. So now I'm hoping that the penguin stays in the... Oh, God, but I don't want it to stay in the middle. Oh, this is absolute ball ache. Firstly, it hasn't worked. And secondly, I don't want it to... I don't want that to work anyway. I mean, what absolute rubbish. Why do I bother? This is insane. You're a Cinemachine camera. At least the thing can't bloody start. So, look, output, lens, blend, global settings. You're following the penguin. This is absolute nonsense. Can I delete that? Okay. Maybe I'm being an idiot. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Oh my god, this is frustrating. What the hell am I even looking at? I don't want the main camera. I want a Cinemachine camera. There's the penguin. Penguin is in. Oh my god, this is driving me absolutely insane. I don't know how anyone does this for a living. I mean, it's tedious enough doing it as a bloody amateur. Right, well, I'm actually going to look and go and see what a human has to say. Wow, because of course that all made perfect sodding sense. Just someone just give me a freaking start. I don't want any of your crap because it's bullshit. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to use something to select 2D camera. This looks like it's from 1803. I mean, when did you write this? Like 1996? Thank you, Edith. If that's your real name. 2024? Why does it all look like it's made of shit? Oh my god, this is absolutely going to send me insane. Oh, it's going to be a sodding bastard. What sort of tossing 2D are you, isn't it? It's going to be 2D. No. 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 Yeah, come on. Is that going to make it work? I really don't know. I really don't know. What do we have? We have a camera that is not following me. And the annoying thing is that when it will follow me, am I being stupid? Like, it wasn't that much. Oh my god, this is driving me absolutely potty. Don't make me read an actual bloody thing. Unity. Oh my god. Tutorial. Ah! Stick to player. You need to assign the player to the camera's properties. Fine. Where does it create it? Go to blah. Done that. Create a virtual camera. In the hierarchy, right click it. Oh my god, I bet I created the wrong sodding sort of camera, didn't I? Like, is that actually the second time I've done something that stupid today? This is all new. Come on, penguin. Any chance? No, fuck you. Delete. Remove that component. All the. Dip back. Well, go on, add one then. Oh, I don't know. Have a penguin. Is this going to work? He says, knowing the answer is no. Actually, it does seem to be slightly working. Hey, look at this working! Oh my god, it's working! It's working! But the problem is that I only want to follow it in XY. Okay, well that's the start. Let's see what we can do with that. Unity tutorial. Stick to player in X-axis only. Okay, we're getting there. You must use a custom script called the Cinemachine. Lock camera. I'm not going to call it that because you're a bitch. But alright, fine. Configure the virtual signal. Blah. Add extension. Blah. Set Y value. Blah. Are you kidding? Alright, fine. Let's see that. Lock camera Y. Add a component. We're going to have a script. We're going to call it lock camera Y because I am actually a bitch. Massive cuck that I am. Create an ad. Yeah, why not? I'll kill those in a second. Right, fine. Like, I know it looks like, don't judge me, I know it looks like I'm just copy and pasting stuff, but I'm not because I'm actually very good at coding, so I know what all that all means. A little bit. I don't know what that means. I don't want that. Up your bum. Oh, you're a big change. You're a big change. God, really? Did you just make that shift up for me? Stage, blah, blah. You are definitely enabled? Why would you not be enabled? Where's enabled coming from? I don't like that, but whatever. A stage equals blah, blah, blah. Really? If this works. Alright. Alright. Fine. Let's see. Let's see. Um, oh my god, that's actually sodding worked. So if I now make the stupid thing go sideways... Huh. Okay. Is this actually working? So how do I offset it from what? Target offset. Alright. Target offset. I'll have your target offset. So I want you to be maybe -5? -10? That's an X. What? No. I think you and I have a different definition of X and Y, but I'll take it. That's a bit much. It's probably roughly where I want you. I don't like that at all. So hopefully now we have... Okay, so I think we've now got the camera locked to the penguin, and it is a penguin. I know it's only a black blob, but... Imagination. Imagination. What's this yellow business? So it's the yellow business, I assume. There's a lot of information here that I'm not sure I really want. How do I make you shut up? I don't want the game to look like this with the black and whitey bits. Whatever, I'm sure it's good enough. I'm sure I can make it go away at some point. I wish you wouldn't say that, it stresses me out. Alright, so. I don't understand, I really don't. Am I even streaming? So, we're going to make it now. Are we? He says optimistically. Somehow that's got really wide. I don't understand why the target offset is Y minus 13. No, how about that for 100? I might actually see it. But I'm not moving XY. Oh god, I'm an idiot. Alright, fine, whatever. Alright, look, we've got something that might be working. So now we need to make the thing move to the right. And we'll have it move to the right with respect to this line, because it's all I've got. Alright, fine. So, penguin, move to the right. I would like, when you flap, to put that force in a null pulse, but not in a vector 3.up. I want it to be a vector 3. If you were a penguin, this is what penguins do. So you're a penguin, you're probably getting quite a lot of forwards on your impulse. Penguin. Penguin. Like, I'd say about 45 degrees. Alright, let's say a vector. Why is that vector 2? Vector 2? God almighty. Alright, so vector equals vector 2 dot, I have no idea. I mean, I have absolutely no idea. 45? No. Point. What the hell do you even want from me? Vector 2 vector equals, oops, equals a vector 2, a new vector 2. Well, there are probably better ways of doing this, but whatever. I forget what, you know, it, oh my god! There was a time, there was a time. Aren't you going to auto-complete this shit for me? Well, alright, cannot create a static loss vector. Why the hell not, you dick? Oh. Well, what the actual bobbins are you expecting? A vector 2. Unity vector 2. Force. Ow! My balls. Right, Unity Vector 2. Unity engine dot Vector 2 equals not new Unity engine. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way of doing that, but I can't be bothered to work out what it is. New Unity blah blah blah. Now, what are you going to enable me to make an XY nonsense? Oh my god, why are you such hard work? Obviously you're expecting that, you fuck. Right, let's just say 45. Oh god, am I going to actually have to off the internet? It's so boring. Unity Vector 2. 45 degrees. Up and right. Blah 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 blah. Okay, it is root 2. I thought it might be. Vector 2, upright 45. Okay, fine, we'll have that. Great, great. No, I'm down. I'm cool with that. But now you're going to complain about the fact. You see, fuck you. So 0.7 will do. 0.7 F, obviously. Don't know why you think that's necessary. I mean, it's so bloody obvious. Right, let's see what this does. So now I'm hoping. I had so many beautiful, beautiful viewers, and they've all left because I was too busy doing coding rather than being a dickhead. It's very distressing. Apparently people just want to watch me being a drunk idiot. I'm very good at being a drunk idiot. Now I'm hoping... Oh my god, it's frickin' working. So things I don't want include any form of damping, I think. Oh, maybe I do want a bit of damping. Actually, that's quite fun. Because it kind of gives a sense of acceleration. Yeah, maybe I do want a bit of damping, actually. Interesting. Oh, I've got a very itchy back. Darkula. Diabfal. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Right. Oh, God almighty, I'm too old. My balls hang low. The whole thing's ghastly business. It really is. Okay, so far I'm feeling pretty like... I don't know, it's a bit odd. I mean, for something that's meant to be 2D, but whatever. Okay, well, I think we've kind of got you know, we got a thing going on here. Haven't we got a thing going on? I think we got a good thing going on. So we got the penguin backup glitch. We got this. It moves. I'm just going to check again because I do have problems with OCD. Bish, 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 bish. Okay, I think this is actually working amazingly. So now you just fall. Ah, no. So there needs to be a sort of... does there? I think what I should have done... Okay, so now I think I'm going to bring back, god damn it, the prefab. Because I think it would be useful to see how we move through a sort of thing. You know, Jesus Christ, so old. Am I overthinking it? I'm probably overthinking it because those are just things I can change as I develop more things. I think that's true. I'm just wondering about whether I need a constant sort of right velocity, but I suppose I don't, because if the penguin doesn't flap, it will just come to a stop, and then it'll just fall. So I suppose... So yeah, I suppose the big question is really, actually... Okay, so if I just go mad like that, that's more or less a straight line. Okay, fine. Okay, I think this works. I think this works, just about. Okay, I think this works. Okay. So... I promise you, I do this, right? I look like I'm an idiot for about... say 45 years, and then suddenly I switch on, I turn on, I'm like bam, yeah, let's go. So we've got the thingy, we got the right sort of vector, we got the force, we got this business, we've locked the camera. I know what that means. Body stage, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it makes some certain sense. Sadly, I don't think we need that. Maybe we could just bring back in... What did we do on the last thing? So I killed all this crap. I mean, I could just... I could bring those back, because I like the gappy thing. Alright, let's bring it back. I'm just thinking about, like... Oh, am I in a pickle? I think I'm in a pickle. No, I think the next stage... Alright, fine. Look, so we've got a jumpy, swimmy, flappy, birdy, penguiny thing. And I think the next stage... I don't know why I keep coming back to this. I think it's just because I'm feeling insecure. I was on fire the other day. I'm just trying to imagine it by looking at this, because this is my only kind of frame of reference. So we've got like... Swim, 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 and then down. You see, I think that's a bit boring. I don't want to just drop, because then you can just basically just play it like a really crappy... I think there should be a constant... So I'm thinking about gameplay now. I mean, like, genuinely I am. I think there should be a constant move to the right. There should be a constant flow. A constant flow. I think, and I hate to do this to you, but I think I might have to go and sleep on this. For multiple reasons, not least the fact that it's 2:30 in the morning, where I live. And also, I quite want to watch Eurovision Song Contest. Kawaii! So, which has, oh my god, which started? God, has it really started? God, it has. Because I live so far away from all of my friends. I live so far away from them all. Alright, well anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to bed. So, I think what we've learned today is I think you have to be willing to throw away everything you started with, because I made some basic assumptions as part of my, you know, as part of my sort of prototype that were entirely incorrect, it turns out. So I'm back to stage one. I've got a penguin. I've got a thing that stops it from falling off the bottom of the screen forever. And I've got something that follows it. And that's all we've got. And that's pretty tragic, really. But we've learned a lot, and you know, in the end, isn't that the real journey? No, it's fucking not. The real journey is making a sodding game. But I don't know. I suppose you could try to be optimistic. Oh god, I want to do one more thing. I want to do something useful, but like the next problem seems extremely. The next problem seems very big. I have absolutely no idea how to cover it at all. So okay, let's just do it. Just try to do it. So I'm gonna need a ground. I want to make a ground that is based off a mathematical formula. And I want that mathematical formula to essentially look random. I am thinking, the Twitch stream hasn't broken, I am actually thinking. So I want it to be based on a mathematical formula. So okay, fine, let's just say, what do I want? I want to generate what do I want? Generate, alright, so what have we got? We got the Black Ops glitch catch, which has a sprite render, which is great, but I want it to generate its shape. So the sprite is the same as the shape. Okay, well let's make a curvy thing. Let's start with something. I mean, I don't know what to say really. Let's start with something that's not. Let's make a circle. Alright, so you're a circle. Now, Mr. Circle, test circle. You're a test. You will be killed. Test circle is not long for this world. Right, test circle. So there you are. You're a test circle. You have a sprite associated with you. I would like you to also have a rigid body 2D, and I would also like you to have a box collider. Okay. So you have a collider which somehow is a circle. Aha. No? Am I being dumb? So why does the box collider... Oh no, you're not. You are a square. Interesting. Oh god. Okay. So oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do a lot of maths. Alright, what I've realised is I'm gonna have to... Oh god. Okay, what I've realised is I'm gonna have to generate... Okay, so the maths is going to generate the curve, and then I'm going to have to then put like some sort of thing on top of that that will convert that curve to pixels, which of course makes sense. But I'm going to have different sized pixels because I really want to go for like, look. I think I can get away with showing this, can't I? I mean, it's probably must be public domain by now. So we got Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog video game. What was it? Sega. Was it Game Gear? I think it was a Game Gear. God almighty. I mean, it was so long ago. So look. We've got the images from Sonic the Hedgehog. Right, I want it to have this. Oh, they are pixels. It's not smooth. Of course it's not smooth, you idiot. Of course it's not smooth. It's fucking, what is it, 32-bit? How many bits? How many bits? I don't know. 8-bit video game? It's not an 8-bit video game. Are you kidding me? 8-bit? Dude, when I played this... Oh my god. I am so old. I had one of these, right? I had one of these. With Sonic on it. And I used to play it under the duvet when I was meant to be asleep. Like, obsessively. And I haven't changed much, if I'm completely honest. That's insane. And it was 8-bit. While the original Morph was Blur 16 for the Sega Genesis Mega Drive. It's 8-bit system. The Sega Game Gear. Oh my god. Because that's what I want it to look like. I want it to look like an 8-bit. Oh my god. Oh, that's so alarming. Oh god, alright. So we've got the images. See, this is what I kind of wanted to look like. This sort of vibe. So I suppose I'm going to have to make... How have they done this? God, what geniuses. I mean, they were absolute geniuses. Incredible. So, I mean, look, if you actually kind of zoom into it, so that's the same get, yeah. If you zoom into it, you can see that each pixel is slightly different depending on its positioning. So this one, oh, because it's kind of, oh, so I see. So this one is what, 1, 2, no, they're 3 wide. 1, 2, 3. Are you 3 wide? Or are you 1, 2, 3, 4 wide? It's the green on the left. I think the green's on the left. No, the green's on the right. So that's 4 what? And then that's... No. Hang on, what? Sorry, my eyesight's going. I mean, that's how old I am. So look, no, I know this seems insane, but like, I've got to actually work this crap out. So look, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's flat. So you've got this 3 thing, which is the yellow, and then you've got this double green above the brown, right? You've got the 3 thing of the yellow and the double green above the brown, but now here, look, because the angle's getting a bit more steep, you've got the 3 thing, but the double green above the brown has been shifted up. And then you've got a 2 thing, and then a sort of thingy above the brown. Like, then you've got a kind of triple green above the brown. This is so interesting. And then you've got the double green above the brown, and then you've got, and now it's evening out again, so we've got the same pixel as here, with that, with the double green above the brown, and then, thank you Sonic, you're in the way, but I'm going to assume it's the same sort of sound down here. It's probably the same as this. Sonic actually stands on top of it. Then we've got the 3s with the green, 3s with double green, 3s with double green. Now we've got the 3s with green with a, oh, but it drops down. No. Hang on, what? 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Wow, this is crazy. God, these guys were absolute geniuses. I mean, what absolute genius. And then this is the double green above the brown. Fuck me. Like, if you're not into really, really boring analysis of 8-bit video games, you're, again, I hate to say it, on the wrong channel. Oh, but the yellow bit goes cray-cray as well. Oh, God. Okay. So essentially, if I'm reading this correctly, you've got... Oh my god. I mean, how extremely confusing. I mean, that's so clever. I mean, look at that. The pixel art is just astonishing. It's does this change, or is this exactly the same all the way along there? Someone with better eyes could possibly tell me. I'm fairly sure that's just a repeating pattern. So that's a repeating pattern. If this is genius, the curves are genius. Then again, repeating pattern at the straight bit on the top, and then again the curves are genius, and then repeating pattern. So all very easy when you're on the straight bit, but I suppose you've done the work, so why not have the thing? See, look at this. Look how gorgeous it is. Look at this 8-bit nonsense. Was it really only 8-bit? I might actually do a 16-bit, because 8-bit's even harder than 16-bit. I mean, I could never make something as beautiful as that, ever. Although there are people out there who could. So I might have to employ them. Okay. I think in short, what we've learned is I'm absolutely buggered. So it's not going to be a straight thing. We're going to generate a curve. The curve is going to have gradients on it. Then we'll have a series, because in those days memory was an issue. We don't have a memory issue, so I can have as many sprites as I want. But obviously, you know, that's work to do that, work I can't do because I'm not very good at art. So we're going to find an artist. I mean, to begin with, I'll just use. Oh god, it's going to be so ugly. God, it's going to be ugly. Oh, it's going to be offensively ugly. I might actually start with finding a decent artist just for this bit, because otherwise it's going to be so ugly. Because I'm not going to use AI, just incidentally. Like, I might use AI to help me do a little bit of programming, but there's going to be no AI art in this, because I just completely disapprove. I mean, I don't really approve of AI programming, because I think it undermines. I mean, to me, programming is a skill, it's an art, just as much as drawing. Call me old-fashioned. But, having said that, I am a programmer, I know how to do it, and I'm going to, you know, in the same way that an actual designer using a bit of AI to get themselves started, I think is also fine, you know, because they've got a process, and at the end of it, they've put their stamp of approval on it. So I don't mind giving this to someone and saying, make me these beautiful things, and then starting with AI, and then them putting their own stamp on top of it, because I'll know if they haven't. You know, I'm not going to pay for someone who's just flipped some AI shit at me, because it won't look good, and you know it doesn't look good. But, you know, starting with something that looks a bit like this, and then being inspired by that, and then moving forward, that's absolutely fine. And if they can fool me, then great, fine, I don't care. I'll pay them to fool me with AI, as long as. I'd rather they did it themselves. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just old. I'm probably just old. God damn, don't get old. It really is rubbish. Right, but I've rambled enough. I've got to go and eat something. And I think the simple fact is that I'm not going to achieve this today, because this is much, much more complicated. I mean, this is the next step. I'm not being a dick. I mean, the next step is the environment, right? You know, I don't need to over-engineer the penguin. The penguin basically does everything it needs to do. I'm fairly sure the camera follows it in the way that I want it to. So I mean, the simple fact is that the next step is to have an environment that works. And I mean, I could dick around making just a Flappy Bird clone, but it turns out that that's not enough. I've done that in 3 days. I basically made Flappy Bird in 3 days. I'm quite pleased with myself, actually. I mean, it's not the prettiest Flappy Bird, but it's a Flappy Bird clone in 3 days. So go me. This is my first ever game. Done lots of programming, but my first ever game, my first usage of Unity. Hey, go me. Oh god, I'm trying to big myself up because I'm feeling firstly demoralised by the fact that this is obviously much, much, much harder than I ever imagined. And secondly, the fact that, you know, it's hard doing this Twitch business. You're just screaming into the void. I mean, who wants to scream into the void? No one wants to scream into the void. Do you like screaming into the void? No one likes screaming into the void. Oh, God. Alright. I'm going to have a pot noodle. Do you like pot noodles? They don't call them pot noodles here. They call them mama noodles here. Because everyone wants a mama noodle. Right. Well, thank you once again for joining me. Thank you for tolerating my nonsense as much as you have. Thank you, Diabful, for your Very kind words. And thank you everyone else who's come and gone, and if you've just joined me and I'm logging off now, then I promise you, just follow me, because I'm actually quite funny. And you might learn something. And if you don't, you can always unfollow me. You know. Hey, I Twitch most evenings. I mean, I Twitch all the time, but that's something I talk to my therapist about. But I perform a Twitch stream most evenings. I am a gamer, and I make games. And I'm a lover, not a fighter. At the end of the day. Well, I'm neither. But I mean, if I had the option, I'd be a lover, not a fighter. I think calling something gappy thing, that made me laugh. I mean, that's the level of humour we have on this channel. Right, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I'm just depressed now, because I've just realised quite how difficult this whole bloody problem is. And in the meantime, I will leave you to it, and I hope you have a lovely evening. And go and watch Eurovision. Watch the Eurovision Song Contest. It's ridiculous and fun, and you might even enjoy it. And it has moments of being joyous. You know, obviously there's some politics, but I don't know, it has moments of being joyous. I mean, joyously rubbish. But I've been watching it for 30 years. And it still makes me laugh. And Graham Norton's quite funny if you speak English. Anyway, ciao.